The old building creaked and groaned like it was telling secrets, and the elevator was its favorite confidant. It was my nightly ritual, the slow ascent to the 12th floor. The mirrored walls were polished, but aged, showing my reflection perfectly clear. Until one night, it smiled before I did. Just a faint, fleeting upturn of the lips. I blinked, chalking it up to exhaustion. The long hours, the flickering fluorescent light overhead playing tricks on my eyes. It had to be that. The next evening, I stepped in, my eyes immediately darting to the mirror. There I was, same tired expression, same work clothes. But as the elevator lurched upwards, my reflection, it felt different. It was standing just a fraction of an inch closer to the glass than I was. I took a half step back, and it mirrored me perfectly. I shook my head. "You're losing it," I muttered to myself. But the reflection didn't mutter. It just watched me, its eyes holding my gaze a second too long. Over the next week, the unsettling game continued. One day, my reflection blinked slower than I did, a deliberate, lazy closing of the eyes. Another day, its head was tilted at a slightly different angle, like it was studying me from a new perspective. I started to dread my daily commute. I'd press the button for my floor with a trembling finger, my heart pounding in my chest as the doors slid shut, trapping me with it. I tried taking the stairs, but 12 flights after a 10-hour shift felt like climbing a mountain. I was trapped in this routine. I even asked the building's security guard, a kind old man named Arthur, to check the camera footage. "Anything weird in the elevator?" I asked, trying to sound casual. He scrolled through the recordings for me. On the grainy monitor, I saw myself alone, staring intently at the mirrored wall. There was nothing else there. No distortions, no second person. Just me, looking more and more unhinged each day. Arthur just patted my shoulder and said, "Long week, huh? Get some rest." He saw nothing. Only the mirror knew. Only I knew. Then came the night. It all ended. Or began. I stepped into the elevator, the air thick and cold. As the doors closed, the light didn't just flicker. It died completely, plunging me into absolute darkness. I froze, my breath catching in my throat. The elevator gave a violent shudder and stopped. A dead halt somewhere between floors. My phone had no signal. I was trapped. I banged on the door, screaming for help, my voice swallowed by the silence of the shaft. After a few minutes of panicked silence, a soft scraping sound came from in front of me. The mirror. A faint internal light began to glow from within the glass, illuminating the form standing there. My reflection. It was right up against the surface now, its face pale and serene. It raised a hand, not mirroring my own trembling fists, but pressing its palm flat against the inside of the glass. And then it whispered, its voice a chilling echo of my own, but colder, clearer. "You've watched me long enough." It stepped forward, not into me but through the glass, like it was stepping through a curtain of water. I felt a disorienting pull, a sensation of being ripped from my own skin, and suddenly I was on the other side, my hands pressed against the cold, unyielding surface from within. I watched, horrified, as my double, now standing where I had been, smoothed down her shirt and smiled a wide, genuine smile. A chime dinged. The main lights flickered back on, and the elevator doors slid open onto my floor. She walked out, not even glancing back. As the doors began to close, trapping me in this cold, silver prison, I opened my mouth and began to scream.